Greetings everyone. It is day 2 on Foundation Forms 2.0, and this morning I'm working by myself. So what I'll probably do is pre-cut the next row of boards, which will be a 2x10 going down. I'll get all those pre-cut, and then Carrie said she will come down after work and help me hang those boards. So that's the plan for the day. Let's get going. I forgot to talk about this yesterday, but you probably saw Brian using it when he was setting stakes for the form boards. This was just kind of a brainchild that I had the other night. Rather than taking your stake and setting it in the hole and then measuring 7.5 inches off the form at the bottom, 7.5 at the top, or whatever, make sure it's level. I thought, well, what if I just make a little template that you can set right on there and put the stake right against it. So what I built this for was, since I have 6-inch foundation walls and then another 1.5 inches for the form board, so I made this 7.5 inches from this point here to this point here. So now you don't even have to get your tape measure out. You could just set that against the form board there and drive your stake, and it's exactly where you need it to be. Hopefully that's something you can use. I thought it was a great idea. Just happened to think it up, and definitely speeds things up. Another thing that we did on all the inside corners, since this board needs to be screwed to this board in the corner, it's really hard to get your drill in here, especially now we're going to be down below in the rebar area. So what we did was we just put a more or less like a 2x2. This was stuff that I had originally made up for stakes, and put a couple screws this way, and then you could put a couple screws that way, and now that'll hold that corner in place since we can't screw going in this way. And the other thing I'm going to do is, I don't want all of my splices landing on the same connector here. So I started down there with a 10 footer, a 10 footer, a 10 footer, and then this was I think a little over 5 feet here. So I'm going to mark out 10 feet going back the opposite way, which is right here. So I'll put another splice board like this at 10 feet here, 10 feet, and then 10 feet. And then I'll have a little short board at the end, which should essentially be the same length as this. And that way the top row will have a splice here, the next row down will have a splice there, and then the third row down it'll go back to here. So that way on the second row there's at least a nice solid board passing right through where this splice is. I have all of the boards cut out for the next row down, going all the way around the house to where Brian and I ended up yesterday, right over there. So Carrie is not here, so it's just going to be me and you guys hanging these boards. And that's you guys holding up the other end for me. Get the screw ready. You big dummy. Start over. I have to do this one first because it runs long to here. I'll be able to feel this edge as opposed to trying to feel a little teeny edge 1.5 inches back for this board. So we'll put that one up first. I've moved you guys down here. I just hope I could slide the board that way enough to come back and get up over that, because I am hitting this spot here. And if I didn't have to work with you guys, a normal person could just lift it straight up to the bottom of the board. Let's see what happens. It's going to work. You guys are doing a great job down there, by the way. All right. Good job, you guys. So I thought I'd take a second to show how you guys have been helping me. So I come over here and I put a mark at 9 3/4. A 2x10 is 9.5 inches. So I put a mark there so I can clamp you guys right there to hold that board. So this little round clamp is lower than this side over here. And now we can slip in the board. Actually, let me get a screw preset. And we'll work on getting the board in there. All right, let me get this set, and you guys are holding that down there nicely. Ooh, that's a mushy 2x6. That screw went in there pretty far. And I'm out of screws, so I'll have to go grab one before I pull that up and tighten it up. All right, now I'm gonna move you guys over to the other side of this and do the next board. What's my measurement? You're right, 9 3/4. Ooh, this is a heavy one. Ooh, this is a heavy one. All right, do I want to fish it in or slide it in for me? I guess we'll fish it in. Oh, you guys forgot to tell me to put a screw in down here. Have it ready. All right. You guys hang on to that down there now. Oh, see, you didn't hang on to it. All right. We're gonna have to do a little improvise here. So you guys didn't hold on tight enough down there. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Let's see. No, because I won't be able to slide it. All right, I'll go down there and fix you guys. Stay there for a second. All right, I think we're tight down there on that end. All right, you guys just hang on for a second. All right, you guys did an all right job that time. Not a good job, just all right. I'm gonna put a few more screws in this. I'm probably gonna call it a day. All right, you guys talked me into it. It's only 2 short boards here, so might as well. Let's see. All right, so I need to get this end clipped or screwed in first, and then make sure those are lined up. You know, and this end's lined up down here, and I'll put a screw in there. You look dreamy down there. All right. I need to get a corner piece so I could screw the boards in this way and screw the boards in this way. And I need one over there as well. So I'll go over and cut those and finish screwing this all in, and then we'll call it a day, because on the other side of the wall here, big long ones again. I have both of the corners braces in and screws going all directions. So now this corner is nice and tight and all the boards are straight. There was no support here, so they really started getting wavy. So now they're all back in a straight line. And I think I will call it a day with that. I want to thank you guys for your help. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.